Well, we've got updates. This time we're gonna go backwards. We're gonna do Chance Wilkins first, and then get to the extremely heavy stuff dealing with Charlie Kirk. But there's a lot of justice that needs to be dished out here. A lot of justice.
What is up, YouTube? So, I am here to dispel the rumors about me not being a true quote-unquote music artist. You know, because for a long time, people have been saying, like, oh, you're not a real artist, you steal your music, and you don't know what you're doing, and we're gonna steal your stuff, and you're not gonna make any money, and we're gonna make sure you're homeless. And that's all fucking bullshit. And I can tell you right now that it's bullshit, because I am a real music artist. I released several albums.
Is that a Coke or is that something else?
The time span since I started releasing music up to now.
It's 21 minutes, so it's an energy drink of all things. In the middle of the night, an energy drink. This was filmed last night at like midnight his time. Or 11.
And it
during my last
started with my very first album, which was a heavy dubstep album.
Why is he still wearing that yellow drag thing on his arm? It's like the third day.
And then once I dropped Blackout, I waited a little while, started working on some more stuff, and then I ended up releasing some, classical type stuff. I ended up doing a whole fucking...
Okay, we're going to get to the legal business on here. Let's start listing off all the instruments he owns. He owns quite a few. He's got like 10 different instruments in that room of his. So we're going to skip past this and get to the legal issues that are mentioned in here. I think he actually does have some legal team. Because there's some things he's not willing to say, which means someone told him. Because lawyers, when you're trying to make a criminal case against somebody, they're going to tell you to hush hush about some details. And he actually does. Normally he doesn't. But it is, well, I guess time will tell. This was only made 5 hours ago.
It was based around mostly piano stuff.
Okay, let's just get past this.
Single. And for all y'all that did gravitate towards that song, I appreciate this to death. Go out of the way.
He's showing that plaque or whatever. Oh, that's his album cover. Let me show you guys. Someone did make a plaque for his album. He was showing that a few days ago.
For the release of my first ever physical album, which was my album Shadowborn. And then after that, I started doing collabs with friends here and there and stuff. I featured on a few albums.
So he actually does have.
Which to my friends that I collabed with, that show was fun as hell, I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed that shit. Had fun doing that.
I'm sure it was.
And then, shortly after that album released,
he actually has it. That's proof.
I took a break. Started working on smaller projects that I wanted to.
Oh, congrats on you, Chance, for that. You got an actual album out. Even though William, I'm not going to say that word, Hole, steals his music. That looks like a legit actual plaque that someone actually made. So
rock-wise that I wanted to do, deathcore and metal-wise, as well as a few other things. I do some instrumental work, mess around with some of the new technology that had just came out on brand new music with.
Maybe this is not the right one.
Within,
No, it is the
the
right
next
one.
couple
So I'm right.
months. Who knows? It could be this month or yes. Like the car culture, man. That's a part
Since we already commented, the trolls are going to exist. Justice is coming. So
of my blood. I
he's
ain't
in
never
here.
forgetting about that. A very, very long time. I came up with this dude in music. He's one of my close friends. This dude's basically like my little brother. Outside of Ethan, aka Old 45. Don't worry, I will be dropping brand new music with him soon. So I'm gonna be doing any more songs in the pipe. Sit down and just working on that.
Okay,
Brother.
to the legal battle.
We talk every day pretty much. Then we
8 minutes in, still not to the legal
ideas.
shit.
So we do have some brand new
big jump to 932.
What do you call it? Basically pop rock songs.
Still not to the case.
So to anybody out there that thinks that I'm not a music, which I'm sure y'all can see right there with the white kid on the floor.
I can see the keyboard. It's still like 3.
I have 2 different ocarinas. I have one.
Never mind. I want to know about the legal
absolutely
case.
Fucking.
We're here about the legal case.
Oh, and I also got my harmonica buried.
Yeah, go find your harmonica in the basement.
A crap ton of music out. I'm working on.
You should do Folsom Blues with your harmonica.
That's all the real fans of.
Would like to hear that. Him do a cover of Folsom Blues.
They're talking with the troll community.
Now
you
it comes.
Probably wondering what's going on, what's going to happen with the troll community.
It's at 12:44.
I can't really speak too much on that because I am legally not allowed to speak on that at this point because
that's why I think he might actually have some kind of attorney or some legal advice actually talking to him. So I guess CIA holds the guy that's running this, is the guy doing this for him. Because there's no way Chance can organize this on his own. Someone's doing it for him. And I gave him a call yesterday, never got through, to try to find out some information. Like I said in my previous video, I was going to review the evidence with his permission. It looks like I'm not going to get to see the evidence at this point. Even to review it, even privately amongst myself and my sugar daddy that was an ex-lawyer. Or he was like a lawyer, attorney, or something. He did something for AT&T where they write contracts and shit for manufacturers to work with AT&T. He did that. So I think that might be a lawyer. I think it's what it was. I think it was a lawyer. So I know someone who actually worked in law, but the only problem is it's contract law, not civil rights law, which is this case is civil rights law. And I do know one person who probably could help me and figure out what could actually take place. I personally don't think there's really a big case or any like jail time is going to happen to the trolls. But I know if I wrote my anti-bullying law, there would be massive jail time. Because these people know better. And they should suffer massively for it. Massive jail time, massive fines, have their lives totally destroyed. Their family freaking feels the pain of what's been done. Because they didn't raise their kid right. But since these trolls usually don't have their own families, I'm not really doing any damage even writing such a law and having it passed around California's attorney generals, attorneys, or whatever we got in our state to try to get it passed at least one state. And I will write a draft at some point. Something needs to be done about this crap. This shit needs to be made illegal, like severely. The kind of harassment Chance gets is it should be a federal offense. It should be a hate crime.
I talk with one of my friends, a lawyer, and
he says war crimes and shit, which is not
going to happen. All I can say for the time being is that this troll community is getting shut down. Like, fully, like, everybody that has been involved in the troll community as far as, harassing me, my friends, my family,
I think at best he's probably got a case for harassment because this shit is every single day. Every time he gets online, you look at his comments. Every single comment is harassment. I'm the only one that gives anything supportive. So there's only one supported comment when I comment, and 100% of it is negative. So there's a case for harassment, and a lot of these people need to be removed from the internet. This is definitely this should happen. And it should be possible with current laws because this is what happens to him is insane.
Like, they're all getting shut down. I'm not allowed to say how. I'm not allowed to say when. All you guys need to know is that the troll community is getting shut down. And rather quickly.
And I do got a way to make this case more strong, too.
The people responsible for what they've been doing, as far as like going after my friends, going after me, going after my family, my livelihood.
Well, they're doing that to other people, too. And I'm also I'm still able to talk to Tommy Tudor. So if we can get more people involved, this becomes class action. Because a whole bunch of people are being harassed by the same morons. This shit could get hard. This shit can get big fast because he says they're messing with hundreds. I'm pretty sure it's close to 1,000 people mentioned in the kiwi farms. So it's definitely more than he thinks. So if I can just get a couple people involved, and then they can get some people that they know that are being harassed by these morons. Then it goes from just one person to me, Tommy Tudor, Jupiter, and then Nova. And that's like, we got 4 or 5 right there. And then they know more people that are being harassed. It becomes class action. It gets bigger. So the sooner I get a hold of Chance, get that phone with shit working, the sooner this case gets even bigger. He gets more of a chance of winning when there's a lot of people being harassed.
You know, those people are going to be facing the punishment that they deserve.
And hell yeah, I'm all for it.
I'm not allowed to say what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen, but I'm not going to speak on it because I'm not allowed to. But I will say this, that once this is all done and over, I am going to be rebuilding, rebranding, and I'm going to be living my life how I've been wanting to live it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be rebuilding, you know, myself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, even physically. Like, I am going to be rebuilding myself back up and getting back to who I used to be. It's going to be a long road to recovery. I can say that. It's not going to be easy.
Nope.
It's going to be difficult, but I am going to be rebuilding myself back up to where I used to be. And I'm excited for that.
And he's got Big Brother Sockness on team.
And hopefully one day, when this is all done and over and I'm back to normal, hopefully I can, start to trust people again. Because it's been a long time since I've actually been able to, outside of my immediate friends group or my extended family and immediate family, outside of brand new people coming in and stuff like, with, new people coming in trying to talk to me.
Oh, this is going to be good when I get involved.
But hopefully I can start to trust people again once this is all said and done.
Well, I'll teach him how to find people to trust. That should be pretty easy. Because I'm gonna teach him the rule. Cameras will be on. Cameras are gonna be on from now on. You wanna be buddy? You better turn your camera on. Because that's my main rule. If you want to be trusted, you're gonna show your face. So I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna teach him how to do that, how to enforce that rule. Because faces need to be. It's honesty. Because if all you're going to see is just an icon and not their face, even John shows his face. That makes him more honest than everybody else in this whole freaking game. Because at least you see his face every now and then. It's like, shit, all the other people are fake because they never show their faces. So that's how you know it's dishonest. So there's only one way to prove these friends are even real is they need to show their faces. And so far they never have. So I don't trust these people around him. Even the one that's supposedly helping with this court thing. Because I don't think because they have him thinking these people are going to be locked away in Gitmo for 50 years or for life. No, they're not. He's got a harassment case at best. Defamation, I don't think they can do defamation because the stuff they have, he actually did do. There is conversations. They've been screen capped. The girls have come forward and spoken about their side of the conversation, and their messages have been leaked. So I don't know if defamation works when the message is actually true. He can say whatever he wants about that, but we all know what he has done. And the harassment is the part that should be illegal. They need to stop bringing up old shit that's like 10 years old. It's like, that's bullshit. But they need to stop harassing him over it and let him get on with his freaking life. It's like, let the authorities deal with the other stuff. Just if he does something, notify the authorities, and that should be it. This harassment that goes on, stealing his music, re-uploading his videos, and monetizing them, that should be freaking illegal. And he should be compensated all the money that was made from those other channels, even if it's only 50 cents. Because some of these people don't have a lot of subscribers, they'd be making like thousands or millions. There's no millions of dollars. 100 maybe at most across, I don't know, maybe 1,000 a month across every single channel that covers him that's monetized. It should be all given to him because they used his content and he owns it, and he should be entitled to every single cent that content makes, no matter who uploads it. He should be entitled to the money, 100% of it. And if he decides to share it with the people that are uploading it, fine. But he should own 100% of the money his content makes, no matter who uploads it. That's why I'm not monetized.
I definitely want to get my life back on the right track. I want to start doing good again. I want to start living life again. I want to start over fresh. I know what to break it to you.
Let's just skip a little bit here.
Any longer. It's to break it to you. That's not your choice any longer. It's my choice. And start doing the things that I used to do and start living life and going out.
Yeah, I think the part I'm talking about, I think the part I was after was over. So at best, harassment, I'll give it a quick look because the Charlie Kirk stuff is extremely graphic. Let's see what harassment cases involve. And I'm definitely not going to go to no chat GPT bullshit either. Let's go see what it is defined as in legal terms. Well, I guess law at Cornell Edu would be good enough. It's U.S. law, so it is in America. Okay, we're about to find out. This is what harassment is. It says harassment refers to words or behavior that threatens, intimidates, or demeans a person. So that right there already covers him, demeans. And they do intimidate him sometimes. They don't threaten him as much as he thinks they do. They intimidate and they demean. And the demeaning is the most dominant part of what happens to him. Harassment is unwanted, uninvited, and unwelcome, and causes nuisance, alarm, or substantial emotional distress without any legitimate purpose, which happens all the time. So this is what I think. If he actually has a real lawyer or an attorney talking to him or his crew of friends, harassment is the only thing they really have. Because when Chance is on any stream with these people, William Glory Butthole, Southern Harlot, Jezebel, and John the John, who goes out to picks up the harlot. Well, every time they're involved and he's on stream with them, he is experiencing substantial emotional distress. He is screaming to the point it's maxing out his mic and making it make the tinning noise and stuff. So he doesn't live in New York State, so that doesn't apply. Well, I guess Cornell's in New York State. Well, I don't know. We'll go with this anyway. It says in New York State, a person would be guilty of the crime harassment in the first degree when he or she intentionally and repeatedly harass another person by following such person in or about a public place, such as, I guess, and I'm going to define as forums and these live streams as being public because they're open they seem to be open to anyone who wants to try to get on them on their board or whatever, and repeatedly harasses another person by following such person. I already did that. By getting a course of conduct or by repeatedly committing acts which places such person in reasonable fear of physical injury. Well, he won't leave his house. He won't even leave his freaking attic for fear of being killed by these people. So I think he has that fear of physical injury, which he has, and he actually has been physically injured. Music Big Marty beat his ass, and so did Low T. He has actually been injured, so I think that actually defines as assault. This section shall not apply to activities regulated by the National Labor Relations Act as amended, the Railway Labor Act as amended. What the fuck is the Railway Act involved in this? Or Federal Employment Labor Management Act as amended. Harassment in the first degree is a Class B misdemeanor. Well, let's just go look up what the penalty for that is. I don't think if it's only a misdemeanor, I don't think really anything happens or nothing big. So let's go look up what a Class B misdemeanor is. Because this is actually going to let us know what it means. Class B misdemeanor in Ohio. Okay, Ohio does not classify misdemeanors as Class B, but uses a different system where the severity is based upon a different scale. While Ohio law doesn't define Class B misdemeanors, other states do. Okay, so we can find out what. Okay, we're going to find out how Ohio defines. No, I don't need. Oh, fuck, that was an ad. Okay, they define misdemeanors in degrees. And the highest misdemeanor in Ohio is 180 days jail time and $1,000 fine. So that's all that's going to ever happen. That's the maximum. So I'm going to guess second degree is a Class B. Carries a maximum sentence of 90 days and a $750 fine. Examples include hazing, resisting arrest, and harassing a police officer or assistant's dog. Maximum degree, the first degree, is petty theft, carrying a gun without a permit, and violating a protection order, assault, or joyriding. So I'm guessing it's really going to be the 90 days in jail one. So Chance is completely mistaken. These guys are really going to face any real problems. Well, third degree, the one below that, is only 60 days and a $500 fine. Examples include criminal mischief and loitering. And fourth, they got fourth degree and then minor misdemeanors, which is basically like carrying a small amount of marijuana. Fourth degree is paraphernalia and public indecency and failure to disperse. So the weakest one is $150 fine and no jail time. Fourth degree is 30 days in jail with $250 fine. So if that's all harassment's going to get him, it ain't going to do shit. He's not going to get rid of these people. So there's nothing's going to happen in reality. So I am going to say, I'm going to call bullshit on Chance's lawyer that there's any war crimes or anything that he's ever mentioned these people are going to suffer. So I'm going to call bullshit on this because harassment is only a second-degree misdemeanor. It's not even that bad. Well, I guess it will be if they require vaccinations. You go to jail, which all the number of degrees would be bad. But Ohio authorized additional jail terms for certain misdemeanors, such as repeat OVIs, operating a vehicle under the influence, and prostitution offense committed near a school. A judge can impose additional jail time up to 60, 120, 180 days, depending on the offense. So they can add 2 months, 3 months, or 4 months. Enhanced penalties. Conviction of menacing by stalking. Ooh, it could be upgraded to a felony. Because Chance has actually been stalked. People drive by his house all the time. And I would consider, if I was a judge, I would consider that stalking. And I would certainly like to know those license plate numbers. And those people should have felony charges. But the only problem is these only ever happen one time per person. So the enhanced felony penalties, having repeat misdemeanor convictions on record can enhance the misdemeanor penalty to a felony. For example, a second conviction of menacing by stalking increases the first-degree misdemeanor to a fourth-degree felony. A person could also face enhanced charges when committing a misdemeanor against a vulnerable or protected victim. Well, Chance is definitely vulnerable and of a protected class because of his disabilities. So we're looking at a fourth-degree felony now. That I'm going to look up next. I'm going to find out the degrees of felonies of Ohio because they're messing with a protected. They're messing with someone who is protected. A person could also face enhanced charges for committing that sentence. Simple assault, for instance, which Music Biz Marty did and Low T did, for instance, goes from the first-degree misdemeanor to a felony when the defendant assaults a peace officer, teacher, healthcare worker, court official, or jailer. Oh, that doesn't work. It should also be protected individuals should be included in that. Ohio law authorizes other enhancements as well. Well, I'm not going to look into all that. And it looks like Chance may not even get his hands on the records anyway. A person convicted of a misdemeanor can apply to have their criminal records sealed in Ohio. So if all Chance can get is a harassment case, the defendant can seal the record. Chance will never get to see it. And I think that makes the record immune to the Freedom of Information Act, which I would have used to get my hands on it and then hand it over to Chance. But if it's sealed, there's nothing I can do. The public cannot view sealed records, making it easier for the person to find a job or housing. Well, the trolls don't deserve either. They deserve to starve in the streets, what they've done. A note of terminology, most records in Ohio will be sealed, not expunged. Expungement in Ohio refers to the destruction of records and occurs only to very limited circumstances. So literally, I won't be able to get the record if I want it because it will be destroyed. Because he's most likely just going to get a harassment case here and put these fuckers in for a short 90 days. At most. That's if he's got a lawyer. That's if he even has a lawyer, not just a buddy troll making the whole thing up. But I will find him a lawyer if I have to. To seal a misdemeanor conviction, a person must wait 1 year after completing their sentence, including paying court costs and restitution, and not have any pending. Oh, I get a whole year to go after this information. So I got a year to go after these records because they had to wait a year. So there's no doubt I'm going to get my hands on it. They got a year. They have to pay the court costs and restitution. and not have any pending criminal charges, which these people have repeats, certain misdemeanors can never be sealed, such as assault, traffic, and impaired driving offenses, crimes involving children, crimes involving violence, and sexual offenses. Well, these harassments only online, except for the 2 that I know about. And those things, I think they've already been dealt with. Chance fucked up the evidence. Chance handled the evidence and destroyed it. Made the evidence useless. And the other thing is, the evidence that Chance has is completely useless. It's been touched. It's been smashed, altered, and handled in every conceivable way. It is no longer useful for anybody. He can't send that to New York because it's been tampered with heavily. So the evidence is completely useless. And if the judge or whoever says that evidence is useful, then I know 100% it's just a buddy troll. And I'm going to then have to intervene. And just tell him he needs to throw that shit out because it's useless. Because it is completely useless. And anything that comes in the future, don't even open it. Just take it down to the police station. It's because 100% of the time, it's going to be a glitter bomb, a kill stick, or an Xbox with a virus. No matter what, anything that's sent to Chance is going to be something bad. Nobody ever sends gifts. That's why I never sent anything over there. Because I know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. It's going to end up on video or something. It's already bad enough I'm involved as it is. But I have to because this is finally a chance to do something right. A chance to do something right. Like possibly get a class action started. Because if we get multiple people, then it comes class action. It'll probably just a class action misdemeanor. It still won't be very big, but at least be something. At least get the message out there that we're not going to sit around and let this shit happen. So let's go find out what the classes of misdemeanors are. Let's go find out what would it say? Level class 4. It's a felony. The lowest felony, I'm guessing, is what it is. It's 18 months and up to $5,000 fine. So it's a year and a half. So at the absolute worst, for the 2 people that assaulted him, kicked his ass on his porch, the worst they could ever get, a chance through the freaking book at him would be 18 months and $5,000 fine. It's still not that fucked up. It's still pretty minor, but a felony is going to be on your record and public, and it will fuck up your job prospects. So the sooner I can get a hold of Chance, let them see this shit, probably the better. I think he went to bed, so I'm not too worried about it. He's in bed. Okay, now let's get to the blood and the guts. Or shit, this is 33 minutes. This is long enough for a video. I'm going to start a new one because there's nobody watching, so I'm going to make a new one and then do Charlie Kirk.